Okay, so once you have your SEO tools set up, the next step would be to do some research and analysis. One of the things that I like to do is a bit of a top-level SEO audit. I want to see, how your site is currently performing. I would be looking at, firstly, your site speed. For example, if your site loads slowly, then that's going to have a negative impact not only on your online sales, but also on your Google rankings, as Google takes into account site speed as a ranking factor. There are a few tools that you can use to kind of establish if there's any site speed issues and how quickly your site loads. Google actually has its own site speed tool, which I believe is this one here, Page Speed Insights. So you'll be able to establish how quickly your site loads and what areas that you need to improve on. There's a few other tools as well, one called Pingdom, which is this one here. And the other one, which is pretty in-depth, is GT Metrics, which is this one here. Okay. Now, if you provide, these will give you a kind of report. What I would actually recommend is if you have an in-house developer, web developer, they'll be able to assist you and help make the fixes on your website to improve your site speed. Certainly, if you're not from a technical background, I would suggest doing that or hiring someone that's going to help you to improve the overall performance of your site speed. Then I would be looking, so the next step of kind of an SEO audit would be establishing how you're currently performing from a keyword perspective. So I would be delving into your Google Search Console and actually seeing what keywords you're currently ranking for already, seeing if we can spot some low-hanging fruit and finding keywords that are on either the second or third page of Google already and trying to rank them higher. So just kind of, at this stage, it's not going really in depth, but it's just to get an idea of where you're currently positioned. Obviously, if you're a brand new e-commerce store, you've not done SEO already, then the likelihood is you're not ranking for much. However, if you're a more established store, even if you've not done much SEO in the past, the likelihood is you are already ranking for keywords. You just may not be aware of that. So yeah, looking at Google Search Console, and also you can delve into SEMrush and input your website in there, or Ahrefs. That will be able to show you what keywords your site is showing up for already as well. So I would be making a note of that and any kind of top performing keywords as well. Then I would be delving in and just seeing and looking at your product and collection page content. We want to see what areas can be improved upon. Is your page properly optimized already? Does it have the keyword in the headline tag? Do you have a collection on product description on each of the pages? Is there an FAQ section that's going to help answer certain customer queries and allow you to get additional keywords into that copy? These are all things that I would be looking at when evaluating your product and collection page content. The next step, you want to see if have you done any blogs or guides or resources? Have you wrote these in the past, and are they published to your website? How many times a month are you writing blog content? And did you previously optimize for keywords around that content? How are those blogs performing in search? Again, these are all the types of questions that I would be asking yourself when evaluating your current performance of your blog. The main aim of creating blogs and guides and resources is to try and drive awareness and traffic to your website, and then allow that traffic to then funnel through to some of your product and collection pages to try and drive more organic traffic and sales to those pages as well. So these are a few things that I would be looking at. again, I've written down establishing how your backlink profile, how you're performing currently from a link building perspective. Building links to your site is super important. I would be delving into your competitors. So again, this is something that you can look at with using the SEM Rush or Ahrefs. And then finally, I would just be making sure there's no major technical issues on your website. So, are there any 404 errors? How does your current URL structure look? Do you have canonical tags set up? These are all kind of technical things that you want to be able to make sure are set up correctly and there's no real issues on your site, okay? And again, if this is something that you're not comfortable in doing yourself or certainly fixing, then I would bring in the right expertise to look at these things.